A major and fan favorite character from the X-Men film franchise is reportedly set to return in Avengers Secret Wars, and they will also play off of what they did with the character slash the actor in the MCU so far, aka Ralph Bohner, by directly addressing that. So let's talk about the return of Quicksilver. For sake of not having to explain it in depth, here's images. We're talking about this Quicksilver. We're talking about Evan Peters' Quicksilver, aka this Quicksilver that turned out to be Ralph Bohner. According to reports, Evan Peters is coming back, possibly in Avengers Doomsday at the end, but everybody is saying, at least all the insiders are saying, 100% Secret Wars, and that when we see Peters return, it will not be Ralph Bohner, which would make sense, that he is in fact going to return as Quicksilver, and that he will be somewhat important to the whole X-Men side of things. Now again, this does make some sense, because if we look at, again, the Marvels, one of our main MCU characters is now locked away in a separate universe that has X-Men, and it would make sense if the Quicksilver there is possibly played by Evan Peters. It doesn't have to be the same Quicksilver we saw before, although some rumors are suggesting it might be the same one we've seen from like Apocalypse and Days of Future Past and whatever else. Whatever the case is, I think most of us assume he's going to be back, and it makes a lot of sense. My only big gripe here is the fact that we don't really need him unless they're going to do something with him possibly having a Wanda in his universe, and or possibly doing the whole Ralph Bohner Wanda thing and connecting it where maybe he was ripped out of another multiverse that we've never seen and they're going to lean into, or whatever else, you know, another variant or something else completely different. And I'm certainly interested in seeing him back. While I didn't really love his Quicksilver because they always kind of just used him for one cool scene and then got rid of the character because, I mean, he could just solve the entire plot of every film single-handedly because the way they did his powers. I think that there's something in bringing him back and maybe tying him to Wanda and some of these other multiverse aspects, and maybe even playing into the whole WandaVision thing that he's not Ralph Bohner that we know. Maybe there's some other sinister things happening behind the scenes that we got to see. So I'm all for this, honestly. I think it would be a great idea to have him back and have him be somewhat important to Wanda and the whole multiverse thing, since, you know, it would make sense.